Hey guys, I wanted to share one more story with you guys, something I forgot to say in the other video. You know how before I left I said, some of the kids might know more Spanish than they do English? Well, there was this one girl, her name is Catalina, and the first time that we ate lunch, our group didn't sit together like at our own separate table. We sat we sat like with some of the other campers too. And I just randomly sat next to this one girl, and her name was Catalina, and I tried so hard to communicate with her, but all I could say was "Buna ce faci," and she would say "Bine," and then try to talk to me more in Romanian, and I would have no idea what she was saying. And then throughout the week after that, she would come up to me and always be like, "Ce faci, Amanda, ce faci," and be like, "Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Bine, bine," but that was all I could say, and so we were such a mess. Like, she would look at me and be like saying things in Romanian, and I would look at her and try to be like, "I don't understand what you're saying," and then she would say stuff back to me, and I would try to speak to her in English, but she didn't understand a word I was saying in English, and she didn't even really understand "Hi, how are you?" And then later on, I don't even know how it happened. I honestly don't. But somehow I was speaking Spanish or something, and she asked me, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I said, "Yes." And I said, "Do you?" And she said, "Yes." And I found out that she spoke more Spanish than she does English. She speaks hardly any English at all, like basically zero English. And she speaks a little bit of Spanish, but hardly anything. But we got to the point where I could actually communicate with her and actually, talk to her and have a relationship with her because of the fact that I spoke Spanish. And that was just amazing, definitely a God thing, and just absolutely incredible. And then there was another girl, her name's Ramona, and Ramona doesn't speak English at all either, and she's the same situation. She speaks Spanish. She lived in Spain for like 5 years because her parents worked there, and so that was just incredible to be able to talk to her. And she was actually in the small group that I was kind of like assigned to, and the girls asked me to come and share my testimony, and I was like, well, I don't know, because I don't know if my struggles and my story is going to have an impact on them, because the culture is different, and so I don't know if that's really going to mean anything to them. But it ended up happening, and I told my testimony, and then they told me that they thought the girls would really listen to me, I guess because I'm American, which I think is kind of dumb, but when you're different and you have different experiences, people listen to you more, and so I think that was kind of a foot in the door for me to begin a relationship with her, and they translated my story into Romanian. And then afterwards, what was cool is that girl, Ramona, she was able to have a one-on-one conversation with just her and I, because I spoke Spanish and she spoke Spanish, and she just asked me, a couple things about American culture, and I really got the opportunity to kind of mentor her and teach her some things, whereas before, we came here and all we can do is sing in Romanian. We can't really speak Romanian to be able to teach the kids. That's the counselor's job, and the counselors are phenomenal at it. They're absolutely incredible. They really are. And they're doing a really great job. But, when you're here at a camp and you're just singing, you feel like you want to do more. You want to make personal connections, and the only way that I could really have made a personal connection with that girl is because I spoke Spanish, and so that was definitely a God thing, and just really cool to have that experience. So things are happening, and God is using different talents that we didn't think were going to be used here, and so that's just been a really awesome thing. So.